We haven't touched on like all of our favorite security features that we kind of go through like on this call, which is understandable because there's so many of them. But for anyone that wants to see a list of our favorites, they can tune in to Two Factor Tuesday on our LinkedIn and they'll get them every week.
It's the Cobry Cafetiere of cloud knowledge. Oh yeah.
I think going back to the basics, security is important because it's the law, and organisations can get fined very heavily, if not even potentially closed down if they don't follow that law.
More and more companies are storing more data in general, so the interest in securing that increases also.
The model that Google's adopted, the vision they had from way back when, is everything's in the browser, so an incredibly secure wrapper that's very, very hard to attack, if not close to impossible to attack. So that model was revolutionary, but also massively informs the security that the security approach they've taken, what they call zero trust. Which again was kind of revolutionary. But instead of the sort of firewall being around the perimeter of the technology landscape within an organization, Google's pulled that firewall, as it were, right round the user, and it's all around the user credentials, so it makes it like so hard to attack.
If we look at this on the highest level, by moving to G Suite, you don't get viruses, right? That's a worry of so many different security teams gone. You don't get ransomware. There's no like bugs. There's not a way that anyone will be able to penetrate your system. It's impossible. No patching, no updates. You open it up, you log in from anywhere, but here we're moving away from the security aspect, but it all ties in, right? And as Colin said, the sort of like personal firewall, it's based on the person. That completely reinvented the way people think about security and locking down an organization's, access to files and emails.
I think that our focus in security, it's the first thing we talk about. Instead of waiting for them to bring it up, we would change that and go on the front foot. Because we were confident about security, but we just were like, let's just put it as the first thing we mentioned. The biggest strength of Workspace is security.
I like to think of the security in at least 3 different levels. I think there's the security from the point of view that we're using cloud-based systems instead of on-premise based ones. So not even Google specific, but the idea of the cloud being more secure. Then on top of that, I think you have Google and specifically what they do as a cloud provider to keep your data secure, just built into all aspects of Workspace. And then as the third layer on top of that, I think you have all the settings and controls that Google provide to configure to your organizational needs specifically. Google have made a lot of great choices in those first 2 layers of being on the cloud and using their systems, but then it's the third layer that lets us really tailor. That's the value that we add most as a partner, actually.